wrestling fans. You have got the show Bill Schuyler here, bringing you the reviews for Wrestle Kingdom 10 live from the Tokyo Dome, January 4th, as always, 2016. How did this stack up against previous years? How did it match against one of the greatest of all time in Wrestle Kingdom history, that being last year's number 9, with the magical tones of Jim Ross calling the matches? That aspect of it, not quite where it had to be, where all these matches as hot, as exciting, as on the money as last year's. The answer is, my friends, no. And the thing is, it cannot be that way every year in and year out. Is the Super Bowl better than the previous Super Bowl every year? No. Or the basketball playoffs the same? Is the World Series the same? Is WrestleMania always better than the previous year? No. And it's not the same here. But Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan Pro Wrestling, always delivers better than anybody else on a consistent basis, my friends. If you're a true hardcore wrestling fan, a purist, then this, of course, is where you want to be. This is where you're at every January 4th, year in and year out. It's Wrestle Kingdom. And we're here again, Wrestle Kingdom 10, opening up with the IWGP Jr Tag Team titles on the line. The Young Bucks going up against Roppongi Vice versus Red Dragon versus Ricochet and Matt Sydal. My God, could there be any better tag teams on the planet to have in the opening match? A barn burner, if you will. This is the kind of matches that New Japan puts forth that you cannot describe in a recap. You have to witness this. This is what you call a teaser. This is a recap, a review to get you off your ass and get yourself into the ability, the place to watch Wrestle Kingdom 10 and enjoy and live, breathe, be part of a match that just was absolutely mind-blowing, that opened it up. The floodgates were open, my friends, and every kind of high spot you can think of occurred in this match. I mean, you get no better than Roppongi, the Bucks, Red Dragon, and of course Ricochet, aka Prince Puma, and reborn Matt Sydal. Your winners, the Young Bucks, the new IWGP Jr Tag Team title champions of the Bullet Club for now. But that's a story for a little later down the road, because a lot occurred in this pay-per-view that is going to affect the face of professional wrestling, not just in New Japan, but worldwide, in every single federation on the planet. We then had the never openweight title. This is the open title, a new title, a 6-man tag team title, like the glory days of the NWA, the 6-man titles. You remember Dusty Rhodes, the Road Warriors, all those great matches. And who do we get with this? We get Ring of Honors, Mark and Jay Briscoe, along with Toru Yano versus the Bullet Club's Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Yujiro Takahashi. And, my friends, this match was off the chain. And do not forget that we had the BRISCOES, them boys, representing South Fork, Delaware, wherever it is that they're from here in the States. These boys did it all, my friends, and along with Toru Yano, tore this match to pieces. And your winners and the new open title six-man tag team champions, Mark and Jay Briscoe and Toru Yano. We had then the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, Jay Lethal, going up against Michael Elgin, Big Mike. Yes, falling from Final Battle, where the show was at live in Philadelphia, where AJ Styles did not defeat Jay Lethal, which left Michael Elgin to face not AJ Styles, but Jay Lethal, the greatest Ring of Honor champion going today, with, of course, in his corner, the greatest manager in the business. You know who he is. I'm not even going to say his name. If you don't know who he is, my friends, you need to start tuning in to Ring of Honor, because it's Truth Martini, the House of Truth. Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin, doing it all. Michael Elgin is primed. He is made. He is a typical Gaijin superstar in New Japan Pro Wrestling right now. He's that kind of guy that the Japanese love, that big, burly American just coming in and tearing the joint apart. Jay Lethal, on the other hand, one of the greatest in-ring technicians that the business has ever seen, the greatest first-generation wrestler of all time. He not only was the Ring of Honor champion all this time, he also had held that TV title for quite a long time, the dual champion in Ring of Honor. And Jay Lethal defeating the odds. Rumors being, was Jay going to continue? Was he going to sign with Ring of Honor, or was he going to go to NXT? Was he going to sign with the WWE? Well, upon winning and retaining the Ring of Honor World Championship, it appears to this reporter that Jay Lethal is staying the course and is going to remain faithful and be that standard bearer for Ring of Honor. Jay Lethal, your continued World Heavyweight Champion. Then, my friends, we had the IWGP Jr title on the line. The champion, the cleaner, Kenny Omega of the Bullet Club, going up against Kushida. This, my friends, for one of the most prestigious junior cruiserweight titles, whatever you want to call it. Two of the greatest in the business today. Kenny Omega, a man that does not get the proper due that is owed him. He is one of the greatest cruiserweights in the business today. Kushida, the future of New Japan, one half of the Time Splitters with Alex Shelley, able to prove that he can do it not just in the tag team, but that he handles it on his own. He is his own man in the ring. They had a great opening shot with the whole Marty McFly and the Professor trying to get the gigawatts going, the whole thing. They didn't have the car this year, but it was entertaining, as they always do each and every year for Wrestle Kingdom 10. And it came down to this, pure and simple: your new junior heavyweight champion, the IWGP Jr, Kenny Omega, the cleaner from the Bullet Club, holding the gold. That's right, my friends. It's the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega representing and holding the gold for the Bullet Club. We then had Togi Makabe, Tomako Hama going up against the Bullet Club for the tag team titles. KARL, Machine Gun Anderson, Doc Gallows, Dorian DeVille, whoever you want to call the big man, these guys beat the living hell out of each other. This was one of the hardest hitting, just smash mouth, strong style, going at it back and forth. And who came out on top with this? New heavyweight tag team IWGP champions, Togi Makabe, Tomako Hama, defeating the Bullet Club in their first loss of the night. We then get Hiroko Gato versus Tetsuya Naito. Great match. Gato overcoming and defeating Naito. Then we have Tomohiro Ishii going up against Katsuya Shibata. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. This is for the never open weight title. Your champion coming in, Ishii, would be defeated by Shibata, your new never open weight champion, Katsuyori Shibata. Then the man himself, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today, Shinsuke Nakamura, the champion, the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, going up against the phenomenal one, the greatest wrestler on God's green earth, the leader, the de facto leader of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles. These two guys you knew would not, in any form or fashion, leave you disappointed. These guys wrestled each other damn near to the death. AJ Styles still having this back injury that he's been dealing with some time. Didn't show in this match. Didn't show in Philadelphia at Final Battle. Him and Nakamura brought the house down. And the Bullet Club once again has lost the title as Nakamura, your winner, your Intercontinental Champion. AJ Styles and the Bullet Club walk away without gold yet again. We then get the IWGP World Title, your main event of the evening. But before this would occur, after the Nakamura match was through, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Gallows, Machine Gun, all in the ring with AJ, who is hurt. That's a pause. The pause is because at this point in time, the Bullet Club members of Kenny Omega, the Cleaner, attacks AJ Styles. The Young Bucks, Super Kick Party, they take out AJ Styles, leaving him beaten, laid out in the middle of the ring. Gallows and Anderson, what the hell are you doing? They're standing there keeping AJ from getting any further damage done by Omega and the Bucks. And then the look occurs, and they too begin to put the boots to AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been beaten out, blood in, blood out. He is no longer in the Bullet Club. He has been thrown out of the group. And with that, the Bullet Club has left. Kenny Omega appears to have taken the reins and control of the group. Then, again, the main event. Okada, the Rainmaker, going up against Hiroshi Tanahashi. The history between these men is well known among fans in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It is well known by indie fans throughout the world. I urge you that if you have not seen either one of these gentlemen in the ring, you need to see Okada and Tanahashi do what they do, and that is be the best in the world at what they do to steal a line from Chris Jericho, Y2J. This match, outstanding. What an ending to a terrific, to a monumental Wrestle Kingdom 10. Who would walk away with the title? The Rainmaker, Okada. Let it rain, let it rain. Okada again, the future, the man of the hour, the guy that's taking New Japan into the future, is the IWGP World Champion yet again. Outstanding pay-per-view. New Japan Pro Wrestling never, ever disappoints this guy. If you're going to compare this to Wrestle Kingdom 9, I will tell you that Wrestle Kingdom 9 stood head and shoulders above pay-per-views, not just in New Japan, but throughout the wrestling industry, and will continue to be at that level that others will strive to do. They caught lightning in a bottle last year, and that's just the way it is, and there's nothing much you can do about it. But there was not a bad match on this card. Nobody gave a half-ass performance. Everybody poured it through. They did everything that they could, and they pulled off a great, great Wrestle Kingdom. And to top it off, the beatdown and ejection of AJ Styles. Where does this leave the Bullet Club? Well, friends, news broke shortly thereafter that AJ Styles' contract was up, and he did not re-sign with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He did not sign with Ring of Honor. Bullet Club members KARL Machine Gun Anderson, Doc Luke Gallows did not re-sign with New Japan Pro Wrestling. They did not sign with Ring of Honor. Let it also be said that AJ Styles nor Doc nor KARL signed with TNA Impact Wrestling. They did not sign with Global Force. They did not sign with Lucha Underground. One other man's contract was up that night. That man would be Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion, did not sign with New Japan Pro Wrestling, nor with any of the companies that I have mentioned. All 4 of these men signed, sealed, and delivered now are workers. They are performers. They are the wrestling elite for the World Wrestling Entertainment conglomerate known as the WWE. Are they going to go to NXT first, or are they going to appear on the main roster? Unknown at this time. Rumors flew, people saying that this was a ploy, that this was just for a ratings grabber. Within 48 hours, it was on the WWE network. It was on WWE.com, and it was on every single news outlet, including OneWrestling.com, that these gentlemen have indeed signed with the WWE. This is one of the biggest, greatest wrestling coups since the Monday Night Wars. The Bullet Club, one of the biggest, greatest factions in professional wrestling today, have now lost the core members of this group. Previously, they had lost Prince Devitt, Finn Balor to NXT. AJ Styles was brought in, and the group became even bigger. They became even more popular. They were the best in the business. Gold was around their waists more often than not. And now they're gone. We have Kenny Omega. We have the Young Bucks. And they are calling themselves unofficially the Elite, all in capitals. My friends, I believe you have seen the death of the Bullet Club. It will no longer be an entity by that name. WWE, over 6 months ago, incorporated the Balor Club. T-shirts, banners, hats. Every kind of gimmick you can think of was there. Yet it was only Finn. Well, my friends, it seems only logical that the WWE is going to take the members that they signed from the Bullet Club. I say Karl Anderson, Luke Gallows, along with Finn Balor, will be the newest faction in NXT. I do not believe that AJ Styles will be part of the Balor Club. I see the Balor Club, I see Finn going heel. I see them running roughshod throughout NXT. I myself would see them signing and bringing aboard 2 members of the NXT roster. One Samoa Joe and one Baron Corbin. With that faction would be ready for the main roster. I believe that they will make their debut for the main roster at the Royal Rumble. I think they're going to again run roughshod through NXT between now and the Rumble. That they will appear in the Royal Rumble. Now we know the Royal Rumble, Vince McMahon has changed it, and it is now a world title match. Whoever wins the Rumble is the WWE champion. How amazing would it be for Finn Balor, with the help of the Balor Club all involved in the Rumble, tossing out one after another and having Finn Balor defeat Roman Reigns for the World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Championship of the world. Then, my friends, you would have Karl Anderson, Luke Gallows, going after the tag team champions and taking that gold, which leaves Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe in a feud to take the Intercontinental title, and the Balor Club, whether it's Samoa Joe, whether it's Baron Corbin, they're going to hold gold. One will be the U.S. champion, one will be the Intercontinental champion, and the other two will be the tag team champions of the world. And they will rule the WWE. How awesome will this be? Where does this leave one AJ Styles and Nakamura? John Cena injured, out, will not be available for WrestleMania. 6 to 9 months he's going to be out. AJ Styles, the Sting of his generation, the guy that they never thought would leave his company and make his way to the WWE, and lo and behold, he is here. I see AJ Styles defeating Finn Balor for the NXT title. And I would see AJ ruling the roost, if you will, down in NXT for some time, just like Finn did, like many others. A lot of feuds for AJ Styles to be involved with. A lot of 5-star matches, my friends, waiting to be had. And then, when Nakamura is ready for his debut, same thing. The matches that they have, the ability, the feuds are there. Guys that they have met in the past, whether it's Kevin Owens, whether it's Sami Zayn, whether it's Aaron Neville, whether it is a returning healthy Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. It goes on and on. This can be the catalyst, the rebirth of the WWE to get it over and bring the fans that they have lost back to a new, lively, young, energetic product, which means, unfortunately, that Vincent Kennedy McMahon needs to step aside and let his daughter and her husband, the COO of the company, do what he does best, and NXT is proof in the pudding, and let him run the WWE as a product for 2016, not a product from 2000, from 1998, from 2002. It is 2016. Things have changed. Shots fired across the bow. Hell, they sunk ships in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They have already taken some of the greatest talent throughout the world of professional wrestling and continue to strive to take more and more. Have they lost some along the way? They have. Most recently, the Cowboy James Storm, who was a lock. They had big plans for James Storm. James was very unhappy with the direction that TNA had him in Destination America. TNA decided to give him the money that he deserved, the ability to be the character that he helped create and helped to build that company, and he has left NXT and went back home to TNA, where I will be seeing him and Bobby Roode reunited after 5 years for beer money at the TNA pay-per-view. One night only in Bethlehem, PA, tomorrow. The match is there, a little bit up in the air. We got a Knockouts #1 contender gauntlet with Marty and Jade and Rebel and Awesome Kong and Madison Rayne and Velvet Sky. We got Bobby Lashley going up against TYRUS. We got Aiden O'Shea, a.k.a. Jay Bradley, going up against the Indian sensation Shera. We have a TNA tag team title match, Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, the Wolves, going up against Kurt Angle, Drew Galloway, Mr. Spectacular, and Eli Drake. And then we have Beer Money going up against two of the craziest madmen, brutal brawlers in the company, BRAM and Eric Young. I believe we're going to have Matt Hardy possibly going up against Michael Bennett with Maria Kanellis in his corner. Who will ECIII, the new champion for the company, go up against? It may actually be a three-way dance. Matt Hardy, Michael Bennett, and ECIII. I myself see that ECIII and Michael Bennett should form a new Four Horsemen-like faction. It would be perfect. Let them do what they were doing in Ring of Honor with the Kingdom and transform it here in Impact Wrestling. Yes, I'm jumping from New Japan to TNA because that's what's going on. The NXT review for the week will be forthcoming, but I wanted to get out this Wrestle Kingdom 10 review. I wanted to get out my thoughts and opinions on where the Balor Club and these new signings were going to lead the sport of professional wrestling in 2016. And as far as the rest of the card, not known yet. X Division, Tigre Uno, DJ Zima, You got Rockstar Spud. You got Chris Melendez out there. You still got Ken Anderson. You got Robbie E. They have a huge roster, and the first episode on Pop TV was outstanding in my opinion. One of the best booked shows that TNA has done since they were cooking full steam back in the day with Spike TV. If they can keep this up, they will go head to head with Ring of Honor and can bypass Ring of Honor yet again and be that number 2 faction in North America. Are any of them able to compete with the WWE? Not a chance in hell. NXT alone is who they're really competing against right now. TNA and Ring of Honor used to have an allegiance. I think it's time that they get that back together again. Global Force, all 3 of them, start doing super shows together. Super summer tours, whatever it might be. Something to be competing against the competition and give the fans a different option than just the big boy on the block and all these separate smaller companies. Of course, that's just my opinion, throwing it out there. Want to know what you think? Leave your opinions, your thoughts, anything below. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, follow One Wrestling at OneWrestling.com. Bill Apter, the boss, the guru, the man, the icon, Apter One Wrestling. Follow the Big Slam Nation at Big Slam Nation on Twitter, on Facebook. Follow all of us of the nation here on Twitter. That's myself at You Got the Show. Big Ray at Big Ray Show. Billy Ray Valentine, follow him at Billy Ray Hustle. The Professor Quintana at PROFPW Hustle. The Nature Boy, Fame Black at Fame Black. 8-Track Brown, the dirtiest in the city, Pharaoh of Fancy. And last, and certainly not least, the newest member of the nation, our Impact Wrestling TNA reporter, OK Fabe at OK, that's OKAYFABE on Twitter and on YouTube. Check out his review of the debut on Pop TV. You will not be disappointed. Again, the Big Slam Nation falls every Friday night, dropping either late in the evening or early Saturday morning. Do not miss the Big Slam Nation. NXT news and reviews, I hit you with it every week. And Ring of Honor pay-per-views, I also will give you previews, predictions, anything breaking with Ring of Honor, I bring your way. When it comes to WWE, Big Ray handles the pay-per-view reviews. Billy Ray Valentine handles the after all to the big pay-per-views. And the PW Hustle podcast on Podbean. Check it out. Do not miss it. This week's episode, special one with Ryan Satin. You cannot miss this episode. And with that, as the man says, I'll see you at the matches, and I will see you guys down the road.